2021 Centurion Fi23 sitting in gunmetal flake and spearmint on the hull and interior deck. This thing is super pretty. Beautiful body lines, great color combination. That gunmetal looks amazing in the sun. We'll get a better look when we come around the other side. But Fi23, it's got that pickle fork bow. We've done the 30% window tint on the windshield. New for 2021 is this Roswell tower that has the color accents to match the boat, paired with bimini top, clamping PTM board racks. Around the transom, you see got that nice step up into the boat, as well as the rear trunk, which can be either used for ballast or storage. And right as we make our way around, the sun goes behind a cloud. Hopefully you got a good look at the metal flake the first time around, but a lot of depth of color to that flake. There's a lot of blue and gold mixed in there when you get direct light on it. But just a really pretty boat inside and out. So let's hop inside and take a look at the features and options on this Fi23. All right, on the interior of the Fi23, we've done all hex vinyl in a combination of black seat boxing, charcoal gray secondary, and stone gray on the main. And then we've done the spearmint welt slash piping, whatever you want to call it. When we get up close on this, you can see that really nice hex vinyl texture, and that is all throughout, even on the welt. But really pretty interior. It's going to be super easy to keep clean. The hex vinyl looks rich and helps keep that interior a little bit cooler in the sun. We've also comboed that with the black gator step with the spearmint subfloor. So our interior deck in here is obviously spearmint, but the base layer of that gator step matches. I think it gives the boat a really cool look because it kind of looks like there's just like a top layer over the actual fiberglass floor, except you don't actually have the fiberglass showing through there, so won't get all scratched up and that type of thing. But great color combo on this. I'm a fan. I think it looks awesome, especially with what we have going on the exterior. Let's go ahead and go through this thing. On the back, gator step platform. We've got the handles on the sides. We've got our big trunk here in the back with a nice step on up into our center walkthrough. If I flip this open, see we do have the trunk bag plumbed in. This Fi23 is going to have all the available factory ballast, so 4,850 pounds with all the plug and play and ram fill combined. On the exterior steps, we have little storage hatches on either side of the boat. Great for shoes, ropes, whatever you need. Pop-up ski pylon. And let's go ahead and flip open our rear hatch here. So on either side, we are going to have plug and play bags. Obviously I have the cover in the way right now and some life jackets, but you see the plug and play there. There are some storage trays on either side of this motor right here, so you can throw ropes, life jackets, whatever you need. And our drivetrain is the PCM 409. Close cooled, 409 horsepower, 6-liter engine. Great setup for the Fi23, runs super smooth, quiet, dependable motor. And it's going to move this thing really well through the water for whatever you want to do, whether that be surfing, wakeboarding, fully ballasted. Does a great job. Across the back here, see our cool design on the seats. Our Centurion logo there. Our back center seat is the sliding variety. So you can move that into a couple different positions just by lifting on it and letting it lock into place. And then we do have under here the optional lean backs that clip in, so you can face backwards and have something to lean up against. Newer feature for our Centurions are the gas shocks on our seats. So when you're loading equipment in, say I needed to grab these out, I don't have a loose seat cushion, so this is nice and out of the way. Hinged, so you can take it off if you need to clean it. We also have our flip up starboard side seat, and you can get to some more storage space under there. But love that, especially when you have the seat slid back. Got a ton of wake view seating in the FI. And before I move my way around, I do want to talk a little bit more about this new tower. It's the same tower we've been running on the Supremes, or I guess all the Supremes, for the 2020 model year, and they've moved this tower on over to the Centurion line as the standard tower, which I'm a big fan of. I do think it makes it a lot easier to fold the tower down instead of having a two-step process where not only you have to release the cam latch, which you still do here with the little tool that comes with the boat, but you had to take out a threaded release knob. And the reason they had a secondary locking mechanism on that tower is because it folded backwards. And if you forgot to lock that cam latch, it could collapse, and obviously that would not be good. So this tower does fold forwards, and super easy. It's fully assisted, even with the tower speakers, board racks, and bimini on there. It's nice and easy to fold. We do have the clamping PTM board racks with the quick release button on those. Those are 3-position board racks. We have the new Wet Sounds tower speakers up top here, and our factory bimini, which obviously is in the stowed position right now, but it does flip open almost all the way up to the windshield. So the majority of our cockpit here is going to be in the shade when that is deployed. To build off of our stereo here, you're going to see all through the interior are these 8-inch Wet Sound speakers as well. So we've got 6 of those in the main part of the boat, and then we have our 12-inch Wet Sound subwoofer down at the driver's feet there. I'm going to fire up the motor so I'm floating into the shoreline. Give myself some space here real quick. As we continue around the boat, you're going to see these really pretty gunmetal inlays where your cup holders and speakers sit. If you can see that in the sun, really cool touch. I think it gives the interior just that really premium look and feel. As we talked about, we do have the flip up lean back on our port side. Our seat here flips open to our trash can, and then if we open up the seat here, the love seat, we have storage underneath where that continues all the way up into the bow. You're gonna see our dual battery setup in here. We also have the Wet Sounds amps mounted on the side here with our battery switch. But also get a soft cooler with the boat. But nice cavernous storage underneath the glove box there on the Fi23. So overall, the seating area in this boat feels big. It's deep, you're down inside the boat, and the seat bases are wide, so it doesn't feel like you're getting pushed out of your own seat, and the cushions are really nice and thick. So that thing is gonna hold up over time. It's a more dense foam that they're using. They're using the Gore Tenera thread on here, and a nice thick gauge vinyl. So 5 to 10 years down the line, when you put your knee into the seat, you're not going to be bottoming out on the flat seat base on the underside. These things are built to last and will continue to hold up well. Glove box, they've done away with the head unit, which we'll take a look at the stereo here in a second, but you got charging ports and music hookup there, as well as our tool to fold the tower down. And the glove box is now on a gas shock instead of the spring that you had to bust loose. Lock that. Make our way over to the dash real quick. We do have the new style driver's seat with the kind of cutout on the side so you can spin. Nice high seat back, comfortable place to be. And let's check out the screen. New for this year, charging clamping phone holder, and it's nice. You can just kind of shove your phone in there. Actually, let me demonstrate. I thought this was pretty nifty. So you can take your phone and just push down on it, and it clamps right into place. One hand. Usually you gotta like pry it open and to take that thing out, but not anymore. Let's check out the dash. Home screen, same as ever, has all your diagnostics on it. They've done a multiple menu now for your surf, ballast, and lighting. Got maps, and new for this year is the stereo. This is a huge improvement. We used to have a small remote over here, which, to be honest, a lot of people weren't a fan of. So they've integrated everything on the stereo into the screen. And with this new stereo package, obviously you're gonna have the USB and auxiliary we saw in the glove box, but it does have Bluetooth right out of the box, AM, FM radio, and then it has zone control. Super easy to use. You can change the tower volume, interior and sub volume right from the screen, which is amazing. And then you've got your volume slider over here on the left side. That pops up on pretty much any menu without changing the menu, which is a cool touch. So not a lot different on the screen other than that. Nav lights, anchor lights, bilge blower, all that is set up on the buttons around the steering wheel. We do have a heated driver's seat, and we have the heater option on here as part of the icebreaker package. So 2 outlet heater with the hoses, and then the air dam in the front. In the bow, tons and tons of space. We have a beautiful gunmetal flake that rolls on into the interior of the bow, which I think is really unique. You don't see that in a lot of boats because quite frankly, it's tough to finish out all these different angles and stuff, but they do it on the exterior, so why not pull it on into the interior? So really cool. We do have ballast underneath the seats up here in the front, so not much in the way of storage, but you do have some room for gear in front of the dash pod. Although the heater is in there, you can still stash soft goods and things like that in there, no problem. Pretty much covers everything on the interior. Try to be quick, but let's go ahead and take some running footage of this. I'm gonna get the ballast loaded up in this bad boy, and let's check it out.
2021 Centurion Fi23. Gunmetal and spearmint. Really sharp. Preston does have quick launch on. You can see how the bow stays extremely low. All 3 plates are pushed down, helping him get on plane. He's gonna make this keyhole turn down there. Nice tight corner. Docking lights on. Centurions do an excellent job of cutting wakes. Does not slam. Good looking wakeboard wake, nice and clean. Another keyhole turn. Beautiful boat. Give us a call at N3 Boatworks for more details on this Centurion or other Centurions. 317-845-9253.